Hey, what's up, everybody? It's P Holla. I've been MIA for a minute. A lot of little crazy things going on. Been going on, but nevertheless, I had to jump on to drop one of these hot videos. Man, listen here. Um, I stand with Byron Donald. Um, it's a lot of people that just took what he said and ran with it the total opposite way of what he was saying. And I think that's just um, become routine for the Democrats. Um, that anytime a Republican say anything is taken out of context, is wrong. It's almost like it's a constant battle back and forth. Nobody can say the right thing or do the right thing. But my thing is, people like Al Sharpton, and no disrespect to the man, but listen here, enough with the crap. You've been around since the beginning. You've been around for a long time. And my thing is, it's a lot of Democrats that do not really put the notes out there for people to understand what the party is really about or the history of the party. And so my challenge is to all the black folks out there that's still a little fuzzy or haywire. It's not to get anybody to lean one side or the other. I'm definitely not Republican or Democrat. Facts. But nevertheless, I do know the history. And so when the man spoke on Jim Crow era, just going back to those times, and maybe a little bit before then, um, what he was saying actually makes a little bit of sense because back in the day, before Jim Crow made his move, if you don't have to take my word for it, but Google, just Google this information, or go on YouTube and actually pull up a video on this information. And the facts are the facts. And they are that it was predominantly the Republican Party that the black folks voted with back in the day. It was also the Federalists, okay? And then along came the Democrats, okay? And so my thing is, with all these people like Al Sharptons and Simone's and her counterpart co-host. Um, my thing is, everybody can speak all this stuff and promote the Democrat Party and tell black folks what they should be voting for and how they should be voting. But my thing is also tell black folks the history of the party itself. And since the Democrats always want to promote things as things can't change, um, then you mean to tell me that a party that was started by the Ku Klux Klan, which is the Democrat Party, and they started that party because it was so many blacks that voted Republican and rolled with the Federalists, okay? And so that's just a little bit of history. Like I said, you don't have to take my word for it. Google it. Go on YouTube. Find the information yourself. I mean, if you're going to dog somebody and badmouth somebody for speaking what they believe to be facts and they have receipts to come with it, um, before you take their words all out of context and what they said, at least be able to come to the table. And if you're going to promote your party and dog him for what he represent, then at least put the real info out there. Because if Al Sharpton and his clan wants to convince black folks once again, all over again, and it's been like this, that they should continue to vote for and or be Democrats. What has the Democrat Party done for black folks? Period. Just period. And I don't want to hear about, oh, they stood and fought for civil rights. It was Republicans that stood and fought for civil rights as well. It's like this smoke screen that every Democrat wants every black American to believe that you are born to be a Democrat. You're supposed to be a Democrat. And this is why. So my challenge, once again, is if you're telling me that I'm supposed to vote Democrat, I'm supposed to vote for a party that has a white man to represent them by saying, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Like, when someone openly challenges, like, what am I then? You know? So, you know, when I sit there and I'm like, so this guy gets away with saying all this slick stuff that he says, and constantly just fires away with, you know, questionable statements towards black folks. He even says something about taking it back to the Jim Crow era before, in a jokingly way. And for a white man that's 80 something years old, I believe he probably benefited back in the day off of you know, black folks being deprived rights and things like of that nature, especially based on his political history. But I'm not going to go in on that. I just wanted to jump on to say that all this drawing wedges between the Republicans and Democrats when it comes to the black votes, I just want the black vote to be educated on the party that they're actually leaning for. And if it's the Republican Party, just understand that, yeah, the history for blacks has always and was originally Republican. And along came a spider who created the Democrat Party to oppose the Republican Party, specifically because it was too many blacks involved with the Republican Party. And so and if you look at the history afterwards, it was always, let's make the black people feel like this party was created for them. And this is the party they supposed to be a part of and be for. But yet and still, everybody that's in high power, part of that party, it's funny how they talk about the rich, but they're rich. They talk about making the rich pay more, but they're rich. It's funny how everything that the Republicans put forth is crap, but everything the Democrats put forth is legit. And when the Democrats don't come through on their end of what they campaigned on, is always pointing the finger at the Republicans, saying, "Oh, it's their fault that, you know, we couldn't do nothing for y'all again." Another 4 years, another 4 years until you get another four, and then you at 12 and you pass a decade, and then you get another four, and you're almost at 2 decades. How many decades has went past that black folks have been told the same things over and over? If you want change, it starts in the voting box. How many Democrats has been in office? How many of those Democrats really did something for black folks? So here it is. I'm signing off. Once again, y'all give Byron Donald, give him a little, lighten up a little bit. it's almost like let's bash him because he black and he Republican. And that just don't fly for me no more. I just don't. It just don't fly for me. You know, um, you know, bashing somebody because that's the party they're a part of, and you don't like that party. That's all the Democrats seem like nowadays. It's just one big ball of hate. They hate everything. They hate everything if they don't come up with it. They hate things that's been brought up and brought to light, and they shot it down just to bring it back. It's a bunch of smoke screen. Don't fall for the smoke screen. Use a fan, blow the smoke screen out your way. P holla, out.